What's up? BigHerc916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it. Man, I was born and raised in California for most of my life, right? And California, I never really tripped off the politics. You had, Governor Jerry Brown, you had Arnold Schwarzenegger, you had who was it? Was it Wilson? Pete Wilson? I can't remember, but I never really tripped off of it because it was never as bad as it is now. And these politicians, man, people, steady kissing their ass, and especially when these guys placate to the black constituent and act like we are that stupid. Gavin Newsom. This guy, man, I mean, he's on this podcast with Stephen A. and Matt Barnes, and he's talking like, oh, I'm just like you, right? Eating macaroni and cheese, walking home from school, bouncing the basketball off the wall. Is that what all black men do? That's what we do. We just sit around macaroni and cheese, sleep on the couch, bounce a basketball. That's what we do. Hustling. That's how you look at it.
And so I was out there kind of raising myself, turning on the TV, started, just getting obsessed, sitting there with the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of,
it's like the White Stack 5 story.
Come on. Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Bro. Are you talking about me?
Young YG.
YG, but man.
Every day in the backyard, just bouncing the basketball, throwing the ball against the wall until the ball is just like fraying, man. And your arms fall
yourself.
off. That's it. Whole thing. So just, and then, then this student that was shitty student is in the back with his head down, all of a sudden started throwing the baseball a little faster than everyone else. And started, make a few free throws because I was sitting there practicing 500 of them every damn night. And in high school, I look up in the stands, my dad's back up there.
Okay, dope.
And it's like, man, and then he's bringing his friends and you're captain of the team and you're like, gee, and it just saved me.
They say
it
right in front of your face and them dudes laughing at it. Yeah, man, you like one of us. This is how they play the black constituents, the black voter, into the bullshit. And I don't even like to get into politics because it's just, to me, I look at it as a uniparty. These people are in it together. They don't, one's faster at their agenda than the other. But this right here, this is that bullshit, man. And then he talks about how, a 960 SAT, like, don't feel bad if you got a 940. So what are you saying? Black people are stupid?
I'm not trying to impress you.
They're not very intelligent?
I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business.
Black people are stupid? They're not very intelligent? This is that bullshit, man. And then he goes over to the white voter. Oh man, I read a lot. I read your book in an hour and a half. But then he just said over here, he doesn't have speeches because he can't read. Are you saying black people can't read?
You've written a hell of a book, and I don't say that lightly. I went through it in a quick hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And trust me, I don't read very fast, but it reads at an unbelievable pace. It's so well written. And of course, it's so familiar because I felt a little bit adjacent to so much of the subject matter, but it's 18 chapters. It's an impressive piece of work, 263 or so pages.
That's what he's saying. See, even though California is super liberal, these people, they look right at you and think you're a dumb black whatever. but they smile in your face. But let me give you, get my vote. You can still have my vote. And he shuck and jive. That's shucking and jiving. This is disgusting, man. Looking at this right here, that's why I say, man, these politicians, man, they cold snakes. And, it's not just Gavin Newsom up there as governor. You have, Maxine Waters and them running around, all these people, and they put people in there to make you think they care about you or they're for the community. They're there to soften your fall so that you fall right into place. I mean, if you're happy with the policies they implement, then hey, man, more power to you. I just seen how these people destroy California. If this person was in a national election, just imagine California has the most homeless, right? And it has one of the highest unemployments. But it was at one point one of the 8th largest economies in the world. It might still be up there, but I'm just saying this, all the big businesses that are leaving, just, people being ran out of there weekly, just trying to get the hell out because of just employment opportunities. And it's sad, man. It's sad, but you mean to tell me the people that sit there and vote for this stuff, who are supposedly representing the people, represent the people? You can't tell me that, man. And you could imagine what type of black jokes they're telling behind closed doors. What they're saying about you black men and women behind closed doors. If you only heard, and if the walls could talk. This is that bullshit, man. Oh yeah, man, I used to break dance. That's the type of shit. Oh yeah, I used to pop. I was popping out there. I used to come through. I used to play hoop at the park. What if you didn't play hoop at the park? You saying we all play hoop at the park and we break it down, we do all. I mean, this is how stupid it sounds. This is what but this is how they entertain. And then you even have some of the black politicians when they try to talk with ebonics like they're from the hood, because that's how they're able to relate, is this certain type of level of communication and vibration. It's disgusting, man. You talk proper. What you think black people don't talk proper? We're not capable of articulating ourselves in an intellectual fashion. So you have to use certain word and terminology for us to be communicated to. And like I said, these guys, you know what? What do you say? On one of the interviews, he's like, what do you say? He said something, but they interview with these black athletes and different people to make it seem like we're somehow now connected because you hooked up with one of the popular black athletes. And the black athletes, they're getting the bag. They don't care. Black people, man, they'll go and sit with somebody. It could be a dude who said he's a Klan member. If the bag is right, they'll sit with him. Get you to think that they homies that they should be voted for. That's how some of the black people are. Oh, I think he said I'm politicking. He did an interview, I think, with Marshawn Lynch. He's politicking. Politicking about what? Really? You ain't hanging out with these dudes, man. Like, you don't care? Politicking. Black people, man, I don't know, man. You look at this and tell me what you think. Even white people, you look at this and, this guy, I mean, it's like the person is just, you touch their hand and it feels all clammy and their hair slicked back. It's just like a dude selling snake oil. Come on, man. Really? This is who is representing the people. And I'm not just saying, Gavin Newsom's the only one doing it. There's other people doing it too. But this right here really kind of rubbed me. When I seen this, I'm like, man, really? This is how he looks at the black voter? And these dudes, ha ha ha, they laughing. Macaroni and cheese, man. And then over here, you can read a book in an hour and a half, but over here you can't read, so you don't give speeches. Like you don't read from a notepad because you can't do this. That's pathetic, man. And that's why they just keep flooding. They're like, we're gonna help you guys and let you out of prison early or do this and that to try to keep it like they care, but they live in these gated communities, super rich people around them, and they're pampered, so they never see you, man. That dude would not even go to San Francisco without security because it's so bad out there. And I used to go to school in San Francisco. It was a beautiful place back in the 80s. Horrible now. You never had that much crime and drug usage out there. Destroy California and wants to destroy the nation. And they're using this person because they say he's a great, talker. He's very articulate. He's, he can play either side and he's decent looking. Look at him, the women, they're going to vote for him because of his looks. And the black people are going to vote for him because he ate mac and cheese with you. Maybe he even had some top ramen over there, and he used to play basketball, and maybe he played tackle football in the park. And he scored only a 960 on his SAT because black people don't score above a 960. And you don't read either. BigHerc916. Subscribe, share.